Awesome. Hello, hello.
Hello, bonjour tout le monde. Ah,
Hello, hello.
de la vie, on ne te voit plus. Ah, voilà, c'est bon. Il y a eu un miracle.
Hello, hello. I'm looking on my LinkedIn just to see if we're there, just to see if you're on live. Alors, les amis, est-ce que vous êtes là? Est-ce qu'on est en live avec vous maintenant? Hey, hey, ça marche. La classe. OK. On est content d'être avec vous. On est content d'être avec vous, les amis. Alors, on a déjà. Hello Yvonne! On est content d'être avec vous aujourd'hui, c'est super. Les amis, continuez à nous mettre vos commentaires, on va pouvoir vous répondre. Dear friends, today will be very interesting because we will be talking in English and as well as in French. Welcome in my world. We will do it today like we used to do it at
Bonjour tout le
home.
monde.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Bonjour tout le monde.
OK,
Oui,
les amis, alors, ce qu'on va faire, je vais introduire pourquoi on est là. Je vais introduire en français, d'accord? Et ensuite, je vais introduire en anglais aussi. Comme ça, il n'y aura pas de jaloux. Tout le monde va comprendre. Ça sera super. Et on va avoir vraiment un live sympa, bilingue. Chacun va parler la langue qu'il veut et moi, je traduirai. Voilà comment ça va se passer.
voilà.
Friend,
Ça, on est bilingue.
on va y aller comme ça, de façon conviviale et familiale. Today, nice work. Replace the stream here to your own logo. It's okay anyway. I don't need to, my dear. Um, Friend, we will be talking in English as well as in French today. I will be introducing, okay, why we're here today all together. I'll be introducing in English and in French. And then we will go on. Everyone, each one of my guest speakers will speak their own language, and I will be the one translating French and English. So that's what we're used to do anyway at the time to shine live. So thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you. Hey, Rocky. Thank you for being here today with us. Thank you so much, my dear friends, for being with us today at this time to shine live. Hope hope you have a good day. But this show will be awesome. This show will be awesome. Friend, there is something we all know is that with COVID, we all understood something is that every business we need customers, we need capital. And moreover, with COVID, every SMEs understand that it's high time we thought of going global. Every SMEs has the right to go global. Every SMEs has the right even to choose, the environment we want to really evolve in. It is really key for us to be aware of that we are free to choose the environment we want to evolve in. Being part of the right network, with people, nice people, gentle people, professional people who understand the value of things, who understand that we can work in a gentle environment, professional environment, gentle environment, understanding value and upward progress and sustainable development. I mean, it is a must today to be part of such networks. Hello, hello. It is so key to be part of some network who understand that value is important, that gentleness is important, that professionalism and upward progress is important. So Shine at Work, in collaboration with Forium, is really designed to be such an environment for you guys, for all our business people. So really, dear friends, I thank you for being here with me today. I thank my guest speakers that I will be introducing in pretty short time. And I thank you you guys, all of you guys. I really thank you for being with us today. Okay. I'm going to switch a little bit to French just for the small intro, and then I'll go and I come back to English. Okay, friends? Alors, les amis, on est vraiment content de vous avoir aujourd'hui avec nous. Sincèrement, on le sait tous, depuis qu'il y a eu le COVID, on en est encore plus conscient, les amis. C'est simple, quoi. Toute boîte a besoin de cash et de clients pour pouvoir continuer à performer. Et surtout avec le COVID, on a encore plus compris, nous ne sommes pas des arbres. Like I used to say, we are not trees. On a le droit de choisir les environnements dans lesquels on veut évoluer. Des environnements qui comprennent ce que c'est que de savoir mettre de la valeur sur la table. Quand on veut vendre à quelqu'un, c'est important que la personne en face sache que, bien, écoute, ça se paye ce qu'on va te vendre. Donc, des environnements qui comprennent ce que c'est que le professionnalisme, le respect de l'autre, l'échange et puis le fait de pouvoir progresser ensemble de façon constructive et de pouvoir penser à des actions de développement durable. Et donc, c'est tellement important pour nous aujourd'hui de savoir qu'on peut être dans ces genres d'environnement, choisir ces genres d'environnement. Et donc, Shine Network, en collaboration avec Forium, veut véritablement être ce genre d'environnement. Et je suis heureuse d'accueillir aujourd'hui sur la plateforme des personnes magnifiques comme Sheila Mukasa, notre numéro 1 top event marketing LinkedIn. Merci Sheila, merci beaucoup.
Merci à toi.
On est content d'avoir Isaac Vatukpa Jr. qui est le dirigeant de SDI, Sustainable Development International, et il va nous dire qui il est. Il va nous parler un peu plus. Et on est très content aussi d'avoir Mr. George Creighton, le CEO de Fusion Media Soft. Donc, les amis, bienvenue à vous. Welcome to you. Ladies and gentlemen, really, I am so thankful to have you with me today. So I was just calling on your names. Sheila Mukasa, the top number one LinkedIn event marketing, Belgium, real great and famous networker. And we have Mr. Isaac Tukpa, the CEO of Sustainable Development International. Really key and influential in the US as well in Liberia. And Isaac will tell us more pretty shortly. And we have Mr. George Creighton, the CEO of Fusion Media Soft, my dear George Creighton, who is also leading Forium and the founder of Forium. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us today. It's an honor for me. It's really an honor for me to welcome you. And really, Sheila, if you just want to introduce yourself, I know you speak in French, and it will be okay. Then I will translate for you in English. Peut-être tu peux nous dire un peu, voilà, quelques mots de salut déjà.
Bonsoir tout le monde, bonsoir. Hello Isaac. Hello George. En tout cas, merci beaucoup Delali pour cette soirée, pour l'invitation. Bonsoir à tous ceux qui nous suivent. Je vois qu'il y a Marie-Claire, il y a Yvonne et il y a Esther également qui nous suivent.
C'est super!
Depuis LinkedIn. Alors, merci beaucoup. Merci Delali. Donc, je suis bien évidemment ravie d'être là ce soir. Je suis Sheila Mukasa, networking évangéliste et aussi event planner et voilà. Donc, j'habite en Belgique et j'organise régulièrement des événements de networking pour connecter les entrepreneurs.
Super. Hello Esther, hello Vanessa, Maza, bonjour, bonjour. Alors, Maza dit qu'il n'entend pas le son. Maza, est-ce que tu entends mieux? Yvonne, Ila, hello.
Ila, bonsoir Ila.
Alexandre Armazou, hello. Marie-Claire, c'est super. Tout le monde est là ce soir. Thank you so much, guys. I'm so happy to have you with us. Thank you. Shala says she is an event planner and she is a B2B event planner. And she used to organize some great event, B2B event that I'm used to attend as I am part of her network as well, become community. So I'm really happy to have Shella with us. Thank you, Shella, for your presence. Thank you so much.
Delali.
And dear Isaac, please, are you willing to tell us a little bit who you are, just to allow us to welcome you?
Isaac, I think you're on mute.
Yes, your microphone is mute.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yes.
Wonderful. Yes, it's exciting to be here with our host, Delali Apido Ama, and then my fellow panelist Sheila Makusa, and then Mr. George Creighton, who another aspect of me will relate to this because I'm here with two hats as the CEO of Sustainable Development International, where we try to pursue sustainable systems, especially in the agricultural sector, and then just looking at a whole holistic approach to sustainability around the sustainable development goals and just engaging people from a green perspective. So those are also one of the things I'm involved with. But then also my second hat here is directly related to Mr. Creighton, and that's under the Euphorium virtual community, which he also will probably expand a little bit more. But I just want to share with someone listening audience out there that we are trying to establish a Liberian professional network, right? Called LIB Pro 365. So it's a Liberian professional and business network that we're looking at concentrating more Liberian professionals across the globe into one virtual community where we can collaborate, we can communicate, we can find other ways that we can actually intersect and do just so many things. So, as the conversation flows, we'll be able to elaborate on some of those things.
Great. Thank you so much. So this one now, I have to translate in French. Donc, Isaac Toupa est très content d'être avec nous ce soir. Isaac est le dirigeant de Sustainable Development International. Il est passionné. Son entreprise est entre les États-Unis. Non seulement c'est une société américaine, mais c'est également une société qui existe en Afrique et notamment au Libéria. Il faut dire que Isaac Toupa travaille autant aux États-Unis qu'au Libéria et beaucoup aussi avec la Sierra Leone. Et il a à cœur vraiment tout ce qui va toucher le développement économique des pays. Le développement économique des pays. Et là, c'est merveilleux de voir comment ça se passe entre Isaac et le fait qu'il ait ce rêve de déployer différents axes de développement comme l'agriculture, l'eau, le fait également de défendre beaucoup l'entrepreneuriat. Donc, il en parlera tout à l'heure. Et lors également d'un autre show où il sera là avec nous, notamment en avril. Donc, ça, c'est ce que Isaac fait principalement. Et bien sûr, c'est également quelqu'un qui croit fermement dans ce que l'entrepreneuriat au niveau des différentes communautés est essentiel. Et donc, il encourage l'entrepreneuriat également au niveau du Libéria parce qu'il est d'origine libérienne aussi. This is what we have now, according to about Isaac. And thank you so much, George, for being here with us as well. And if you want to say something, just hello and yeah, feel free and take the stage.
Hello to everyone. Je m'appelle George Creighton.
Wow.
Yeah,
Bravo, George.
je ne parle pas français très bien, mais je parle un peu. So,
Un peu, bravo.
aujourd'hui, je parle anglais.
Bravo, George.
Today, I'm going to speak my English.
Great.
Well, very good. It's a pleasure to be here. Very thankful to Delali for the opportunity to share with all of you and to listen in and understand, the great work that the Shine Network is doing in connecting entrepreneurs around the world. And as she mentioned, we have a partnership and a relationship with the Shine Network here at Fusion Media Soft, and using our Forium platform, which is kind of designed to connect entrepreneurs, businesses, professionals around the world into a cohesive network that can then birth opportunities. The whole idea here is to kind of connect business people to the appropriate resources to help them grow, right? And to help them, expand their various areas of expertise. So as you touched on, you have a lot of subject matter experts, what we call the SMEs. And so we try to bring those people together and connect them to other leading professionals, CEOs, investors, business owners, where we can kind of create a network that can be beneficial to all members. So that's what Forium is, and that's the goal of what it is we're trying to kind of get accomplished. So that's what I have. Thank you.
Great. Gonna translate this one. Alors donc, George est très content d'être avec nous aujourd'hui et dans sa casquette de dirigeant de Fusion Media Soft, il est vrai que nous travaillons ensemble dans le cadre aussi de Shine Network et de Forium, qui est vraiment cette plateforme multilingue de commerce international que nous mettons à la disposition des francophones et qui véritablement nous permet de plonger directement dans de vraies relations de commerce, de travail avec nos confrères anglophones. Et c'est ça qui est juste super. Hey, c'est ça qui est juste magnifique, de pouvoir connecter, de pouvoir échanger les uns avec les autres et de faire partie, comme on l'a dit, d'un environnement qui nous comprend, d'un environnement qui sait que les barrières doivent être brisées et peu importe qu'il y ait des problèmes de langue, c'est pas le plus important. On peut se comprendre parce qu'aujourd'hui, on sait comment créer des environnements de familiarité, des environnements finalement où on peut échanger les uns avec les autres et savoir qu'on peut bâtir des choses magnifiques ensemble. On peut bâtir des choses magnifiques ensemble. So, what I would like us to do now is to know a little bit more about our guest speakers. We know that today we decided it's okay for us, Francophone and Anglophone, to see how we can work together. We had COVID that came and blocked everything at once globally. And moreover, some SMEs really understood that no matter the limitations, we have to put aside every type of limitation and think going global and think that we can work together with Anglophone people and be part of the right network. And in that optic, I have today Isaac and George and Shella with me because we believe in that. We believe that where human beings are, we can all work together no matter the so-called differences. We can find something in common to work through and to build something great with it. And dear Isaac, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your presence today. Can you please just tell us a little bit more about what is Sustainable Development International in some few words?
Well, in a few words, Sustainable Development International was a company founded in 2012, going, to focus on development in Liberia specifically and in Africa in general. As you know, we have a lot of limitations around sanitation, around agriculture, around energy. So we develop a model to integrate, groundwater, solar energy, and new technology in growing food, whether in a hydroponic situation with a hoop house and through some pipes, or whether using better methodologies out in the field. So that's basically the model we have been trying to use to sell. It has not been fully accepted, but right now is increasing, right? Because we have kind of coined a phrase called CASE, climate smart agriculture for sustainability and empowerment. So that's where we are, trying to see how we can move the needle, trying to see how more people can think along those lines. Because once you get water, you reduce many of these, minor diseases by 40% if you can get running water. So if we really use our groundwater, and especially in Liberia, we do have groundwater available. We'll be able to pipe water for people because we don't have a, national water system, and even the water system that's in the main urban cities, they are not adequate for the population bulge that exists in those places. So we need to find alternative decentralized solutions. And we believe the whole borehole well groundwater use provides that. Then it also provides irrigation,
Excuse me,
right?
Isaac. Excuse me, Isaac. I would like to translate this part first,
Okay.
please, before you're going on a little bit. Alors, les amis, Isaac nous dit que Sustainable Development International est une entreprise qui a été créée en 2012 avec une optique claire, c'est de travailler vraiment au développement économique, notamment des communautés défavorisées. Et alors, c'est une entreprise basée aux États-Unis, mais qui a également une vraie action puissante au niveau de l'Afrique anglophone et notamment au Libéria. Alors, ils sont assez focus sur des actions, on va dire, de développement pour aider à avoir de l'eau potable parce qu'il n'y a pas de système national d'eau potable au Libéria, par exemple. Également, trouver des technologies qui vont permettre de vraiment développer l'agriculture et permettre également aux gens d'avoir une vie décente dans la mesure où la plupart des maladies dont souffrent les populations défavorisées, réellement, leur source, ça provient du fait que l'eau ne soit pas traitée correctement. Et donc, ils ont, en tout cas, aujourd'hui, ils utilisent donc des nouvelles technologies et des technologies avancées pour pouvoir traiter l'eau, traiter différemment également l'agriculture, faire en fait de l'agriculture éco-responsable pour pouvoir non seulement donner une vie plus décente aux populations, mais aider également au développement. Sheila, j'ai bien dit, n'est-ce pas? J'ai tout dit? Merci. So, Isaac, she said that I translated correctly, so she is, you can go on.
Okay, wonderful. So I was just sharing that in Liberia, let's say we have rainy season and dry season. So 6 months out of the year is dry season. And because we are surrounded by water, we got rivers, we got lakes, we got the ocean by us, but we have not mastered the ability to irrigate during the dry season. So that limits our agricultural production, right? And then we have a situation with energy. We got limited access to energy. I don't want to break the whole thing down, but just know that only 7% of our population probably actually are effectively using energy today. And sometimes
only 7%?
7%.
Only 7%?
Only 7%, right?
Okay.
And then,
Okay.
so renewable energy can be a major source of energy because we naturally have the sun. Once we can
Sure.
get some solar in there, it can be more commoditized. We'll be able to provide access to energy for more people. Um, then
Great.
the actual growing of food is very critical, right? Because our people are still using slash and burn methodologies. We believe we need to integrate some level of mechanization with some of the traditional, and we are also pushing regenerative farming, and some rotations, just a different approach. Some utilizing hoop houses, or we call it hoop houses. Some people may call it greenhouse, on growing food indoors in enclosed environments and stuff like that. So there's so much opportunity in that sector, and we just hope that with the advent of a new government in Liberia today, there can be more opportunities for us to explore, this vision of moving our country towards food security
Thank
and being able to
you.
be a food basket for some of our neighbors as well.
Wow, great. Hello Tanguy. Bonjour, bonjour tout le monde. Soyez les bienvenus. Sympa Tanguy, merci d'être là ce soir. Ah là là, Esther et tout le monde, vraiment, vous êtes trop chou. René. Hello René, comment ça va? On est content de vous avoir. Donc, Isaac était en train de nous dire que il y a uniquement, tenez-vous bien, 7% de la population au niveau des communautés défavorisées, notamment au Libéria, qui ont accès à l'électricité. Donc, avec leur société, ils travaillent également à déployer en fait des technologies avec pour utiliser les énergies renouvelables. Donc, le soleil, par exemple, pour vraiment rendre non seulement les énergies, mais aussi l'eau potable est disponible, les énergies renouvelables pour que vraiment toute la population puisse avoir accès à de l'énergie, sachant qu'en plus, ils ont des lacs, ils ont plein de choses. Ils ont 2 saisons, donc la saison pluvieuse, 6 mois de saison pluvieuse et 6 mois de saison sèche. Donc, ils travaillent vraiment à rendre finalement la saison sèche tout autant productive que la saison pluvieuse, parce qu'en saison sèche, comme il n'y a pas de système de drainage sur tout le pays, eh bien, malheureusement, leur système économique et leur système agricole périt pratiquement pendant les périodes sèches. Et donc, voilà comment Sustainable Development International travaille finalement vraiment au développement de cette partie-là, de cette région-là, en tout cas d'Afrique, pour aller plus loin et aider également les pays autour, comme la Sierra Leone et bien d'autres, à bénéficier des mêmes avantages grâce aux technologies et au développement. Ça, c'est vraiment super. Thank you so much, Isaac. And the fact that we are together today is because as we really think and we are convinced that Francophone and Anglophone can work together, from Europe to the US, and from the US to Africa, and from Africa to the end of the world, and we can work together, and according to that, we have some event I am hosting, and you will also be talking on some of our events on coming April, and before also that April event, we will have the Shine Sister, because we want to celebrate all the ladies leading their businesses from the Francophone to the Anglophone world. Like we have Renee, who is Anglophone. She's in the UK. She'll be part of the panel on March 8th. And we have Shella, who is full Francophone. She'll be part of the panel as well. So it is great to have you guys today with us, because we are really heading to something great, as we decided that 2024 will definitely be a propelling year for all our business people from the Anglophone and the Francophone side. Do you want to say some word about that, dear Isaac?
Yes. So the use of the words Anglophone and Francophone, sometimes I think those are colonial labels that tend to divide us. They are
Really?
They are not our natural languages. But it's what we have been colonialized towards, right? So for me, I fancy myself as a Pan Africanist, and I want to push more things on Pan Africanism, right? Especially a concept that I'm now labeling Pan Africanomics, right? Where we really focus on the theories, the principles, whatever strategies we can get that can foster our integration. Like you're doing a great job right now trying to connect quote unquote the francophone and anglophone, right? I have some other friends who on the tourism side are looking to see how we can do east west, right? West Africa and East Africa, do a tourism thing here, then do a tourism thing there. There's just so much on the continent of Africa that we are blessed with. And yes, we have people like you, people like George, and our sister here, Ms. Bukasa, who have been exposed and know so much more. So to the extent that we can get some level of integration and collaboration around our economy, our industrialization, where we don't sacrifice our move to industrialize to protect the planet as it is today with the climate change that's affecting us. How our human capital development can really work together, we can collaborate. And that's why what George is doing is great. Being able to create communities that we can all get in and be together and with a shared vision for what we want to do for Africa and for our individual countries. So I'm just excited about the whole concept. I'm excited about what you're doing here and how you can get out there and help so many more people build the confidence that we can collaborate across any borders, and be in a real global situation where we can communicate together and work together.
Thank you so much. And before please passing the word to Sheila, George, you want to talk about that topic, the fact that we can really work together, cross boarding, and no matter the difference of culture, of language, and anything, we truly can do something else, something great together.
I think Isaac did a good job of sharing his vision and his input on the importance of building collaboration across scale, right? Across borders and integrating people from that perspective. I mean, we've had so many discussions around this, Delali, as you know. The I always say to business people, you have to ask yourself a question. If you're in business, what are you trying to accomplish, right? Obviously, everyone that's in businesses has a product or a service that you're trying to sell. In order to do that, you have to connect to people, and you have to connect to either buyers or sellers. It's that simple, right? And you have to do it in a framework that makes sense for your business. And so I think that my business is about building networks, as you know. So we have done multiple iterations of creating solutions all around the world, different groups, different organizations, and we now have created this whole concept of Forium, right, which is a network that's really an aggregation ground for business people, period. And we're partnering with you right now as it relates to the EU and the European countries and getting entrepreneurs within those regions connected. But, the US is here, Africa, Asia, other places where people are coming in order to kind of create an ecosystem, right? Because, after doing this for a while, you've been, playing around with different, models in business. You get to a point where you see the common threads, right? You see the common threads, and if people are able to understand what those threads are and connect them, it yields, by default, it starts to yield success, right?
Yes.
In order for us to accomplish the things we're looking to accomplish, we have to be connected in the right environment, right? Not just being connected. I mean, there are great platforms out there. There are phenomenal platforms. You have, LinkedIn, you have other places out there that people are connected and they're doing stuff. But at the end of the day, you have to measure your outcomes, right? What value am I getting from being a part of this network?
This is it.
Right. Is it furthering my business? Is this furthering my interests? Is it furthering, am I getting connected to the right kind of people that are driving my initiatives forward? Or am I just participating in being a part of a network? Right. So I think for us, the goal has been to create an environment that is innately valuable to the people that are joining. if you come here, we want to connect you with the right people. We want to, bring the right entrepreneurs, the right business players, the right investors, the right players that can assist you in some way, shape, and form in your professional journey, right? Or in your business growth. And that's what my business is about. So we can really get into that and talking to that more. But I mean, we've shared a lot about, Forium and the things that we're doing with that to help, businesses across the world, utilizing the Forium platform now in partnership with the Shine Network to kind of engage entrepreneurs. And by default, the network itself creates the type of interconnectivity that we're talking about. Regardless of if you're Francophone or Anglo, or you speak French or English or German or Spanish, it doesn't matter what language you speak. If you're in this network, it bridges those gaps automatically.
That's
right?
it.
Because everyone in that network speaks the same language, which is business, right? So we have the mechanism in order to convert your needs and your wants and your interests into a language that everyone else can understand. And so it makes it easier to kind of engage and to kind of build, a successful strategy,
Great.
So that's kind of what my thoughts are on that.
Thank you so much. So now I have to translate both of you in French. So Isaac Toupa, Isaac a dit, alors moi, tout ce qui est francophone, anglophone, moi je pense que c'est de la colonisation. Anyway, we're not talking only about African communities, dear Isaac. When we talk about Anglophone and Francophone, we're talking about everybody. Because when it's to build something together, no matter the class, no matter the race, no matter the face, we're all together. So it is Anglophone and Francophone regarding, mankind, actually, not only Black or so-called Black people. And donc, ça, c'est quelque chose, Isaac dit, donc voilà, moi, anglophone, francophone, parfois, je pense que ça divise. Et George Creighton a bien rebondi aussi là-dessus en disant, de toute façon, peu importe finalement la langue que nous parlons, nous sommes ensemble aujourd'hui parce que nous parlons tous une langue commune, celle du business. Celle du business. Et quand on parle la langue du business, de toute façon, on va finir par se dire qu'on a tous des besoins communs. On a tous des besoins communs parce qu'à un moment donné, on a besoin d'avoir les bons clients, on a besoin d'avoir les bons acheteurs. Et tout le travail finalement de Shine Network et de notre plateforme intégrée qui est Forium, que nous met à disposition aussi de façon très, très juste, donc Fusion Media Soft. Donc, on a Forium qui a cette plateforme multilingue intégrée et qui fait donc partie de Shine Network, qui nous permet finalement de connecter avec les bonnes personnes. Contrairement à LinkedIn, contrairement à d'autres environnements tout autant magnifiques, où on peut se sentir un peu perdu dans la masse. Le but aujourd'hui avec Shine Network et Forium, c'est d'être dans le bon environnement. L'environnement qui va nous permettre de connecter rapidement avec les bons players, avec les bons, on va dire, le bon partenaire, le bon client potentiel, la personne qui va pouvoir nous repérer rapidement sans qu'on ne tourne en rond trop longtemps. Et donc, ça, c'est vraiment important. Et comme l'a dit également Isaac Toupa, de façon concrète, nous avons des belles choses à faire ensemble et faire tomber les barrières. Aujourd'hui, c'est une nécessité. Ne pas regarder à ce qui divise, mais regarder à ce qui nous rassemble, c'est une nécessité. Et c'est pour cela aussi qu'avec Sheila, notamment justement, donc on a cet environnement où on veut créer de belles choses et connecter les gens ensemble. Et justement, on a décidé avec Sheila d'aller aussi un peu plus loin, de poser des actions concrètes. Des actions concrètes. Like I was saying in French, we are building a network and we are also shaking our word. We are also engaged in some concrete actions to enable all our business people to come around and work together. not only we make that possible through the networks and the right ecosystem, but we are also making that ecosystem being alive and contributing really concretely with some good actions with through some rights and concrete events. And on that, I have Sheila Mukasa. We have also Sheila Mukasa, and I have Sheila Mukasa on my side. And we will be leading some great events like Time to Shine and Boost My Sales, where not only we will drag and attract some people to come along all together, but also really helping to people to know more about one another. Who are you? What type of businessman or business lady you are, and what are you able to bring on the table so you can bring forth your solutions and help the business community we all have and grow together. That's what we are doing. Donc, Sheila, j'étais en train de dire que de façon concrète, nous travaillons également ensemble. Comme le disait Georges tout à l'heure, on met l'écosystème en place. Oui, ça c'est super, on peut mettre l'écosystème, mais au-delà de ça, nous voulons secouer l'écosystème. Nous ne voulons pas juste que les gens soient là à se demander, bon, maintenant, on va faire quoi ensemble? Non, on veut vraiment attirer du trafic vers les gens, le bon trafic, les bonnes connexions, et on veut aussi donner l'opportunité aux gens de pouvoir finalement apprendre à se connaître de façon concrète et pourquoi pas apprendre, réussir aussi à déployer leur vente. Tu veux dire un peu quelque chose là-dessus? Je sais qu'après, on va passer en revue notre calendrier, mais je te laisse la parole.
Oui, tout à fait, hein. Donc, avant ou même maintenant, quand on pense à aller global, on pense toujours aux multinationales, aux grandes entreprises, alors que maintenant, grâce à toute cette nouvelle technologie, nous, les entrepreneurs, parfois solopreneurs, indépendants ou des toutes petites entreprises, nous avons aussi l'opportunité de faire du business à l'international. Justement, Delali a eu cette excellente idée, cette excellente initiative avec Shime Network de pouvoir justement nous permettre à nous tous, francophones de l'Europe, de l'Afrique, de pouvoir justement entrer en collaboration, en partenariat avec nos homologues anglophones. Et en plus, il n'y a pas que ça. En plus, elle va encore plus loin avec l'autre réseau qui est Forium. Voilà, il y a tout cet écosystème qui est mis en place via Delali qui nous permet à nous tous de nous déployer à l'international. Parce qu'à un moment donné, quand on reste sur les marchés locaux, on est à l'étroit. Il n'y a plus de marché. Nous devons aller vers d'autres marchés pour pouvoir nous développer, toucher de nouvelles personnes, développer son réseau. N'oubliez pas toujours que le réseau, les connexions, les relations humaines sont toujours très, très importants dans la vie, dans notre vie sociale, dans notre vie professionnelle. Et voilà ce que j'avais à dire. Bien évidemment, sur le plan local, nous avons de Become Community, on met aussi des éléments, des actions régulières, des événements et même aussi d'autres actions à côté qui permettent aux entrepreneurs de mieux se faire connaître, de gagner en visibilité et en notoriété par les événements et aussi par, comme vous savez tous, on a ouvert un concept store en Belgique. C'est aussi une possibilité que nous proposons à nos entrepreneurs de venir déposer leurs produits dans notre boutique et nous vendons à leur place par des événements comme des ventes éphémères que nous organisons aussi depuis février ici. Voilà, ce sont toutes ces actions qui nous permettent de mieux nous connaître, de gagner en part des marchés, de gagner en visibilité et de développer son réseau, bien évidemment.
C'est super. Merci beaucoup. Je vais traduire en anglais pour tous nos amis anglophones qui nous suivent, qui sont là et qui nous suivent également. So, as Shella was saying, when some years before, in a really short past time, we were talking about going global, we will think most of the time only about multinationals. But today, with all the technology we have at hand, SMEs can really think of going global. And as we are doing now here, like Francophone and Anglophone together, we can really go on and work together. But because we do have the right network, it is not that easy. It is not that easy to go from a certain part of the globe to another part when you don't know the right people to connect with. It is not that easy. And really what we are doing now is key because together we really are a force. We really are a force, as when people will come, they come being assured that they are in the right environment now. Why? Because they are with us at the moment that they know Shella, they know Delali, they know that, okay, they can connect also with Isaac, they can connect with George, and at the moment we can connect all together. And on the Anglophone side as well, at the moment they are connected to Isaac, now they know that, hey, they have a foot in the Francophone world because Isaac used to come to Paris and to Montmartre to have some crepes and coming to the right environment as well, and doing business with some people like Delali, like Shella, with people cross-boarding actually. And it's really efficient to be able to know that we are at the right environment, connecting with the right players, connecting with the right people. And we're really gaining some times. Shine Network with you guys and Furium, what we are doing together, it really help people gaining sometimes, because it doesn't suffice just to have, the institutions to help you with the financial forecast and how good you may be, but connecting with the right players, it is not that easy, even for multinationals. You can be introduced to someone, but you're not really sure that professionally you will really go somewhere with that person. But being in an environment where some key people can recommend others, that really makes you gain a decade. And this is what we are doing now. This is really what we are serving our people with. They will gain some, like a decade, being connected to the right people. So, friend, as we are talking about that, we have some key dates coming. We have the Shine Business 2nd to 6th April, and before that we also have some nice event, like kind of preview event, Shine Sisters. And even before the Shine Sisters, we also have this coming Monday, we have a nice LinkedIn live audio with Shella. All that to really promote our business people. On LinkedIn on Monday, Shella, what we will be doing is to welcome some people of our network and help them introduce themselves to all our audience, and also directly being able to sell and propose their offer. So that is really interesting, because gradually people will get used to them internationally in our global audience, and then those people will come again on Shine Sisters, and then they'll have the opportunity to come again during the Shine Business on April. So this will definitely create and provoke some kind of familiarity gradually with our business people. Donc, ce que j'étais en train de dire, c'est que nous avons des événements qui arrivent. Donc, nous avons le Shine Business du 2 au 6 avril. mais nous avons aussi avant ça un bel événement en avant-première qui va être le Shine Sisters. Et même avant ça, nous avons le LinkedIn Live audio le 4 mars. Ce que nous sommes en train de faire finalement, Sheila, avec nos amis, c'est que on est en train de donner à chaque fois à tous ceux qui sont là vraiment avec nous, les hommes et les femmes d'affaires, on est en train de créer pour eux des opportunités d'être connus et d'être finalement, on les voit tout le temps. On va les voir le 4 mars, où ils vont pouvoir proposer leurs offres en direct. On va les revoir pendant Shine Sisters, où ce sont des gens qui vont pouvoir exprimer ce qu'ils font, pourquoi ils sont là, ce qu'ils ont à offrir au monde. À nouveau, on va les revoir pendant l'événement du 2 au 6 avril, ce qui va faire en fait que, à force qu'on te voit, on s'habitue à toi. À force qu'on s'habitue à toi, on est intéressé par ce que tu fais. À force qu'on soit intéressé par ce que tu fais, ça facilite maintenant les échanges commerciaux. Donc, c'était un peu ça, ce que j'étais en train de dire en anglais tout à l'heure. Là, tu veux nous dire un peu plus peut-être sur le LinkedIn Live?
Oui, tout à fait. Hein. Pour ceux qui me suivent, hein, les lundis, souvent à midi, j'anime l'émission Mon réseau, ma réussite. Je reçois des personnes qui viennent parler du réseautage, aussi de leur activité. Donc, lundi, on va recevoir deux entrepreneurs en herbe, hein, donc Laetitia et aussi et Lola, Joël, hein, de Lola, qui
Ouais,
vient
exactement.
de passer, et aussi
Deux femmes vraiment magnifiques qui travaillent avec, elles ont de belles structures là.
oui,
Il y en a
une de
une qui
belles
travaille
structures.
déjà avec plusieurs pays,
Mhm.
Laetitia, et Joël, elle a déjà plusieurs structures sur la Belgique et
Sur
elle
la
veut s'étendre
Belgique,
dans le monde.
et elle a vraiment cette ambition, cette vision, ce que j'aime bien aux deux, hein, cette vision de se développer à l'international, de toucher d'autres marchés et de répondre aux besoins de leurs clients ou clientes là où elles veulent se déployer. Et donc voilà, nous allons les recevoir évidemment. Delali sera présente. Soyez de notre lundi à midi, de midi à 13h.
Merci beaucoup. So we were talking about something really interesting. Yes, during all the dates, we are welcoming people like Leticia and Joel. We have very nice ladies who really are willing to build global empires. Leticia is an intelligence economic specialist. Her background is pretty interesting because Leticia actually is a physician, a gynecologist normally, and then she gradually founded a business consulting company, and she works for the sustainable development of different type of countries in Africa. She really do work with great investment companies involving agribusiness, energy, and she helps such companies to know that their investments will be more profitable for their own companies if they really take into account the well-being of their co-laborers as well, really working closely to the real needs of the population they are having as staff members of their company. So Leticia is really willing to have a global company, a pretty large and a significant company. She is willing to build such an empire. And we have also another lady, Joelle, and Joelle is really passionate about hair, beauty, and she is launching her own cosmetic brand.
Oh, nice.
And she wants to she is going global as well, and she really wants to kind of address some of the crucial problematics Black people encounter when it comes to their scalp or their skin, and maybe hair problems. So we will welcome people like that. We will really welcome people like that during those events. And we have some men as well who are willing to build some nice empire, like David. David, who was he has an app helping all the different type of businesses held by African or Afro descendant people to get their business globally known through his app. So we have people like that who will be guest speakers on the different events we are holding. Dear George and Isaac, what do you think about having men and women, and especially women, I mean, standing and being really willing to build global companies nowadays?
You want to go first, George?
No, you drive, please.
Um, sometimes men get vexed with me, but I usually say women are smarter than men, right? And I really do believe that.
No, are you Italian?
No, I really do believe that. I really, really do believe that in multiple ways too. So I think women should be welcome in any environment, and especially when it takes any degree of planning or organizing. Typically, they are better. I'm a project management professional, and along the way, I must say that most times women are better planners and organizers than men are. Um, and they have a seat at the table. There's a lot of space at the table for our women to be involved, for the African concept of patriarchal, relationships to be changed, that we can all be on the same level of intelligence, of interaction, of engagement, where each person has something to bring to the table and is accepted. Um, but it's wonderful that more and more African women or Black women are developing in the space. I'm not too worried about the Caucasian or the Asian women, but I'm more concerned with the African women. And I think they are becoming more prominent. They are making more advances, and it's just wonderful. So yes, there's a place at the table. They are natural business people. If you go to more African country, most of the small entrepreneurs, the market women that they constitute that in the agriculture sector is the women. So the women are really the backbone, and the more we elevate them and give them opportunities, instead of oh, my son will go to school but my daughter will not go to school, giving women equal opportunity, those accomplishments will even be much more. So yes, I do embrace women coming to the table and being an active part of how we move these networks and relationships forward.
Great. Please let me just translate this before I pass the mic to George, please. Donc, alors Isaac dit que les femmes sont plus intelligentes que les hommes. Mais ça, c'est Isaac qui l'a dit, hein, c'est pas moi. Bon, donc, il en est assez persuadé et il estime que souvent, en tout cas, il remarque que les femmes sont souvent beaucoup plus organisées que les hommes dans leur façon de travailler. Et dans beaucoup de communautés, il remarque aussi que beaucoup de femmes sont souvent à la base du développement économique des pays. Et notamment, quand on va sur les places des marchés, celles qui sont les plus impliquées dans beaucoup de business, même de première nécessité, et qui vont faire tourner l'économie vraiment tertiaire, ce sont souvent les femmes. Donc, il estime que de plus en plus, c'est vraiment agréable de voir des femmes se lever, des femmes bâtir des business, des femmes désireuses de prendre leur place dans le monde des affaires et de le faire aussi de façon internationale, comme nous sommes en train de le faire en ce moment. C'est tellement important. Et donc, Isaac, how many daughters do you have?
I have 2 daughters.
Awesome. Donc, il parle aussi en tant que papa de filles parce qu'il a 2 filles. Et il dit, les femmes, prenez votre place. Prenez votre place dans le monde des affaires. Il en faut encore plus. Levez-vous. Et donc, on a des papas comme Isaac qui nous encouragent, les amis, à nous lever, à nous lever. Okay, and we have another daughter's father here. Isaac is not the only one. So let us pass on the baton to the second one. Dear George, what do you say on that?
I mean, I think it for me is pretty straightforward. I think that we're in a time where I think women's contribution are equal. It's extremely valuable. You see a lot of women initiatives sprouting up, especially in the U.S. I mean, women are leading a significant number of things across the scale at this point. So, I think if there's any old models of understanding that women are not able to execute at the highest level, I think those have already been debunked, right? I mean, they have. I mean, across the world, there are women leaders, there are women executives, there are women, presidents. There, in every scale, there women have been able to perform and at the highest level. So that's the first thing. Moving forward with where we are, and it's not to say that men, that when I look at it as we are all pretty much on the same playing field. So whether they're women-owned businesses or men-owned businesses, I think that each business needs to be treated with the same level of fairness, respect, opportunities, that sort of thing. There are just so much right now that can be done. I mean, we've touched on a lot of things, I think, over the course of this live. But I think at the end of the day, it really comes down to, how we're positioning ourselves in business, right? The most valuable commodity you have in business is time, and you don't want to burn a lot of time. Time is the most valuable commodity, right? So either you can use your time can serve you, or you can serve that time, right? So you have to be able to really streamline yourself in order to accomplish the things that you want and get to where you want to be, or you want to keep burning time and staying in the same place, right? So for me, the conversation is not long. Delali always knows I don't like to spend a lot of time talking, because you can spend a lot of time talking through things and just using words, or you can put a strategy around something and actually gear towards accomplishing goals, right? So if you want to be a business owner, if you want to run a business, if you want to be efficient at it, there's certain very clear principles you need to follow, right? You need to, build a sustainable business. You need to have a valued product or service. People need to want what it is you're selling, right? Or what it is you're offering. Otherwise, we are working across borders here. So the dynamic in what we're talking about with the Shine Network is it's a little, there are nuances to it, right? But, if you're in Europe, your business is going to work a certain way. If you're in the US, it's going to work a certain way. If you're working across those borders, it's going to work a certain way, right? So whatever product or service you have that you're providing, you have to provide that product or service at such a world-class level that it doesn't matter where you are in offering that service or that product, right? That regardless of your borders, people want the product, and so they will order. They would do the necessary things that they need to get your offering, right? So those are things to kind of consider, because if you're working across borders, you might have a certain product in Europe, but that product might not be as needed in the US, or you can have a certain kind of product in the US and it's not as needed in other parts of the world, right? So you have to find the common ground. If it's a service, then your service has to be at such a high level and of offering that regardless of where you are, people want what you're selling. Right. That's the first thing that I think we need to kind of establish before you even start talking about networking, because at the end of the day, you want to network to a goal, right? I want to network because first of all, I've already covered all of the criteria for having a great business, great product, great service, right? Yes. Now I want to meet people and I want to connect with businesses and other people that might need that product or service and or can help me drive that product or service to a larger audience. And so that's where the networking and connect and community kind of comes in. So those are things to really kind of consider as we kind of look to kind of, discuss more of this moving forward. All right, Delali.
Sure. And it is also part of why we're here today, because Shine, as we all discuss about that while we were launching the different type of services we want to help our business people with. We decided really to kind of coach them so they can know how to build kind of world-class products and world-class services and find out good ground of differentiation so they can really sort out in a certain way and serve their people. So definitely this is it. Definitely this is it. Like like we said, ce que j'étais en train de dire justement avec Georges tout à l'heure. Georges nous dit, alors, pour lui, qu'on soit, les femmes aujourd'hui ont toute leur place dans ce qui concerne le monde des affaires et on le voit un peu partout aujourd'hui. Beaucoup de femmes véritablement dirigent des institutions qui ont du poids dans le monde des affaires. Et là où c'est vraiment intéressant à voir, c'est que peu importe, à un moment donné, le monde des affaires a les mêmes exigences partout en fin de compte. Lorsque nous avons ce désir de bâtir des actions sur l'international, il est important finalement pour nous de bien prendre en compte quel type d'offre nous voulons mettre sur la table. Quel type de service nous voulons mettre sur la table. Parce que véritablement, on ne peut pas servir, on va dire, une population locale de la même façon qu'on veut servir une population globale, qu'on veut servir une population à l'international. Les exigences ne sont pas du tout les mêmes. Les quantités à produire ne sont pas les mêmes. Les efforts commerciaux ne sont pas les mêmes. Les efforts financiers, les efforts même en termes de packaging, en termes de design de l'offre ne sont pas les mêmes. Et c'est vrai que par rapport à ce qu'il était en train de dire, là, on se disait que c'est là où Shine Network a aussi sa valeur ajoutée. Parce que nous sommes là pour être autour, finalement, de nos amis hommes et femmes d'affaires pour les aider à savoir vraiment, mais comment on va construire maintenant une offre qu'on va designer pour aller vers l'international. C'est tellement important. Alors, on commence aujourd'hui à une échelle, on va dire, graduelle, avec nos événements ensemble avec Sheila, pour que les gens commencent à s'habituer petit à petit avec des commandes de plus en plus grosses, de plus en plus importantes, et de plus en plus aller se connecter à d'autres au-delà de la France, au-delà de la Belgique. Mais c'est vraiment pour préparer, comment on va dire, un tremplin pour ensuite aller plus loin. Et c'est là où notre système est vraiment intéressant, dans le sens où nous allons de façon graduelle, mais tout en prenant en compte le fait que pour aller vers l'international, il faut savoir avoir les bons produits, il faut savoir avoir les bonnes offres, il faut savoir bien maîtriser les règles, on va dire financières, les exigences fiscales et juridiques qui sont impliquées maintenant dans cette situation. Donc, les amis, c'est vrai que nous sommes autour de vous aujourd'hui. Donc, rappelons-nous bien les dates. Rappelons-nous bien les dates. Nous avons lundi, LinkedIn Live Audio, 4 mars. So, on next Monday, March 4th, we have the LinkedIn Audio. I was just translating some minutes before. I was just translating what we were discussing about George announced in English, that you can't go from a local market to a global market just being the same way. You really need to package your offer in such a way that it will go and really meet with the world-class requirements. So that's also what we are really working on with our people in Shine, that gradually, not only we help them build their offer, we help them present their offer, and we help them gradually sell on a global and international way, knowing that there are some steps they have to meet before being able to go to some kind of superior level of globalization. So that said, That's being said, so we can just gradually recall the dates. Our next dates we have on Monday, our LinkedIn live audio with some dear business people who really want to make their offer known internationally. We also do have our Shine Sisters on March 8th and the networking on March 9th. And we have our global international meeting as well on April 2nd to April 6th. My dear friends, I just want to really thank all our friends who are here. Kevin, thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Merci beaucoup à Esther. Daniel C. Alpha, thank you so much for following us from Liberia. It is wonderful. Elvire Nancy Dikigu, thank you so much. Merci beaucoup, Elvire, parce que toi, tu parles français. Merci vraiment pour ces moments. Donc, je vais vous mettre dans le chat et dans les commentaires, je vais vous mettre le lien parce que tous ces événements que nous faisons, vous pouvez participer. D'accord? Il suffit de nous rejoindre sur Shine International et vous pouvez vraiment participer. Vous pouvez... donc, je vais vous remettre tous les liens en commentaire. So I am telling everyone that every businessman, every businesswoman can come and take part of our event, not just as an audience, but also as a key player. If you really want your offer, you really want your business to be known, you really need to be visible, and you need to create this kind of engagement with other key players, you are really welcome. So this is the link you can join us in and take part of our next events. So please stay with us as we'll be together on Monday. We'll be together on March 8 and 9. We'll be together on April 2 to 6. Dear Sheila, est-ce que tu as un petit mot à nous dire pour finir? Parce que je vois pas de questions.
Il ne faut pas hésiter. Hein. On vous recommande, c'est plus que nécessaire de nos jours de participer, d'adhérer à un réseau. Nous sommes là. Il y a plusieurs réseaux ici réunis, Become Community, Shine Network, Forum. Si vous voulez propulser votre business, intégrer les réseaux d'affaires, nous sommes là à votre service pour vous aider, pour vous accompagner et participer bien évidemment régulièrement aux événements networking que nous organisons, aussi bien en ligne qu'en présentiel.
Merci beaucoup. Dear Isaac, do you want to say something as we are... Ah, tu n'as pas fini?
Oui, en tout cas, merci pour cette soirée. Merci de nous avoir suivis. Je sais que vous êtes tous très, très occupés. Rester là pendant plus d'une heure à nous écouter, c'est toujours un plaisir pour nous autres. Merci à vous.
Merci beaucoup, les amis. Vraiment, c'est vraiment sympa. En plus, aujourd'hui, je veux le dire, on a dépassé plus de 60 personnes qui sont là en ce moment avec nous. Hein. On est plus de 60 personnes qui sont présentes. Our audience today, we have more than 60 people all together with us today. It is phenomenal. Really, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. And I know that when I will go to the analytics, we might see that maybe we were hundreds, but really, thank you so much. Oui, est-ce que je veux... Donc, je vais vraiment vous donner le lien pour ça. Sheila, est-ce que toi, tu peux mettre le lien aussi, s'il te plaît? Moi, j'arrive pas à commenter, comme c'est moi qui gère.
Moi non plus.
OK. Donc, je vais réussir à un moment donné à mettre le commentaire pour tout le monde.
Oui.
OK.
Que je trouve le lien.
Okay, very good.
Dear George, do you have some word to say to everybody just to finish?
No, I think we've covered everything pretty well. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the opportunity to hear what it is we're offering. I'm sure Delali has done a great job in sharing with everyone, what Shine is doing and what the partnership that we worked on with Forium through Fusion MediaSoft. So I think that we're here to assist you guys in any way, shape, and form. If you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, if you are a professional that's trying to engage and connect with the right players, then we kind of fill that void for you. So we're interested in talking more. Feel free to reach out, and we will help the best way that we can.
Great, thank you so much. I'll have to translate in French.
Mhm.
Alors, comme Georges vient de le dire, nous sommes vraiment ensemble dans une dynamique où on veut véritablement aider les hommes et les femmes d'affaires à pouvoir connecter avec les bonnes personnes. Certainement, vous êtes tous fatigués à un moment donné d'être noyés dans la masse. Et quand on dit anglophone et francophone ensemble, c'est pas juste une idée, c'est de pouvoir aussi être en relation avec les bons anglophones, de pouvoir être en relation avec les bons francophones, de savoir qu'aujourd'hui, quand on veut aller vers les États-Unis, à un moment donné, on aura des players comme Isaac Tupa, comme George Creighton, comme d'autres aussi qui sont là avec nous dans le cadre de Shine et de Forium ensemble et qui sont prêts véritablement depuis les États-Unis et même sur d'autres pays anglophones à travailler avec nous, à être nos clients et à être aussi des partenaires de travail. Donc, aller vers l'international et aller du monde francophone au monde anglophone, eh bien, ça nécessite d'avoir les bonnes personnes. Pourquoi se fatiguer quand on peut justement être dans un environnement qui nous fait gagner du temps? Nous sommes là donc pour ça. Et comme le dit Georges, nous avons d'autres événements à venir. Vous êtes tous les bienvenus pour pouvoir prendre part à cela. D'accord? OK, merci beaucoup. Alors, dear Isaac, I was just translating in French, so you heard the English version from George directly. Do you have a nice last word to share with us before we end up this evening?
Oui, c'est génial. J'ai apprécié. Oui.
Bravo, Isaac.
Il faut retourner ou revenir. Oui.
Oui, revenir.
Il faut revenir.
Il faut revenir.
Oui. So I really enjoy myself. Now I got to start to brush up on my French because we really got to make this Anglo, Franco thing work. Just how we want the East-West thing to work. Look, I really believe we have a lot in Africa, and this kind of platform, where we can engage. We need more of them. We need more of the collaboration George is talking about on Forium and Forium, where we can even have each professional communities engaging by themselves and then being able to integrate, in a larger community. So these are all great ideas, and hopefully the continent can wake up to the sustainable development goals, because just as a continent, we are behind in our accomplishment of some of these goals, whether it's water, whether it's poverty, whether it's healthcare, all those sustainable development goals. So just as a people, we just should be more focused on working together, collaborating better, and getting better results from the efforts and capabilities we have out there. So thank you. I really enjoyed myself.
Thank you. And who is Abraham Tupa?
Oh, probably a relative of mine.
Awesome.
Okay.
Welcome, Abraham. OK. Les amis, donc on est en train de finir. Merci beaucoup à vous tous. And some says, bravo, Isaac. Bravo pour ton français. It's wonderful. Merci beaucoup. And dear friends, les amis, on va se retrouver très bientôt, lundi, ensemble avec Sheila pour un bon moment de LinkedIn Live. Merci à vous tous d'être avec nous et vive la collaboration entre les francophones, les anglophones. Le monde international, c'est pour nous, n'est-ce pas? Alors, à très bientôt.
À très
Merci
bientôt.
encore.
Merci Delali. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, George. See you
Okay.
next time.
Bye.
Oh, bye-bye.